Yeah, I'm curious to see what Charlotte Phoenix look like today, because things are going a little differently for this team, this regional. Well, we'll see how things open up. Crazier things have happened, even as recently as this past weekend. But Delta will get the first push for Andy, and we'll see how Charlotte open up on offense. Now, fight in the corner, but Atomic opts to take it out to the backside. Charlotte Phoenix can't hang on to midfield. Atomic flips it right back around through a deletion, taken away by Delta.
Yeah, he saw what he wanted to do. Wanted to get the pop up above, chase it down, but the demo came out. An awkward bounce. Well done. Charlotte Phoenix out of the gate, not looking too bad.
Not bad at all. Got right out of defense, back on offense, and forcing EnVy to have to play their market defense, which has sat at the top of North America, for my mark, for most of the season. But this is good for Charlotte Phoenix. They don't just give up control of the ball. They're trying to create opportunities with air dribbles or control in midfield. Beastabonium does so right here. But I think this is... Ooh, Turbo gets a nice shot. Turbo! Oh, no one from Charlotte saw this coming.
Look at this one. Has one boost. Didn't even use it.
even missed clear. Just, I mean, that was a hard pass off the corner. Sorry, Charlotte Phoenix. That was just pinpoint.
And skips that right off his hood. And from midfield as well, Turbo. He will find a way to score. Has another chance here, but getting denied.
Hard boomer for missed. And no one ready in the rotation. Andy actually has to come back to it, but he did get missed to bite in midfield. This might be a set for Andy. He gets bumped off the play, though, and Beastabonium, his touch will force Delta to stay back, and nothing really working there for Charlotte Phoenix. They'll try again from the corner.
Charlotte Phoenix hanging right in there with EnVy, not intimidated at all. You saw the chat predicting heavily in favor with EnVy. I criticized that in the Rebellion matchup, but here, Charlotte Phoenix really is the underdog. They've had a crazy run so far this tournament, however.
Oh, nice save by
Andy. Yeah.
They really have had a rough go of it overall, but I mean, their last 3 matches, look, they took down FaZe, and that's not a win you can just like scratch off and be like, it's a one-off. Just a different looking team. Even in Grit, they took down Rogue 3-0. They're
giving a lot of space, though, to EnVy. You even see the ball coming out into the corner, and you saw the Rebellion doing the same thing. Sometimes a team can get it on lockdown. Turbo demoing the last back. He's going to leave that for miss. It looked like he wanted to take the shot. But you're seeing Charlotte Phoenix struggle to keep pace now. You're seeing multiple demos from EnVy on the back line that makes their defense have to retreat even further back. And it's giving a lot of area away for EnVy to work with.
Corners haven't really been available either. 2 players sitting on next to no boost. Able to grab a boost every now and again, but they've been forced to the small pad game, and Mist forced them in front of the box. But flying back in was Delta.
That was a nice pass from Mist. He was able to trick Beastabonium into thinking he was going for the double, but actually got a triple tap pass out to the middle. And now the shots coming back to back, forcing crazy saves from Charlotte.
That was actually nice from Beastabonium. He chipped Atomic off the play, so he couldn't immediately get to the rebound. And that allowed them to break out for a second, but there's no midfield presence right now. Look how far up Atomic is. He just cuts the rotation back in, and Andy wins a massive challenge downfield for Beastabonium. Missed, cuts it out, but this is a look for Delta on the catch. Bounced it off of Atomic, and Turbo beats Andy clean.
It was a quick turn from Turbo. See Turbo popping that up, was trying to salvage that play with a demo. Musty pass. Charlotte Phoenix, their defense is holding up nicely. They've been able to make some huge saves. This one's still within reach.
Oh, he got him! Andy!
Oh, man!
Hits it off the corner, air rolls into it with beauty, and he puts Charlotte Phoenix on the board.
I think Mist shocked here. One, that Atomic didn't get there in time, and 2, that Andy had so much boost, was able to start up that play in midfield with 91. He used all that boost perfectly.
Well, the defense paying dividends now for Charlotte Phoenix. They've had to spend a lot of time here in the blue half. But despite that, they've only allowed 7 shots from EnVy. Considering the amount of time that they've spent here, the fact that it's not over 10 shots is, I think, notable, at least for Charlotte Phoenix.
Yeah, and out of those 8 shots, having 6 saves here from Charlotte.
Ooh.
That play from Mist will beat the defense that has been stingy up to this point.
Oh, off the ceiling. Delta's frozen. There's no chance he's going to get to that ball. And Beast of Bonium on the back wall trying to play as much area as possible in front of the box, but Mist was just in the perfect spot and had perfect power on the ball too. No chance. And EnVy are back in the lead.
It started off the play with a pinch pass off the ceiling. Andy doing some work. Well saved by Turbo. Was able to flip it away where he prevented much of a rebound opportunity.
Beast of Bonium gets it out to the side, but might be a dead ball for Charlotte Phoenix unless Delta gets a massive clear. Well, he did, but Atomic read it, and Team EnVy take game 1.
And a great game from Turbo. You see actually getting MVP in game. And I think he really was the MVP. That play where he bounced it off the hood of his car from midfield, was also able to pick up the assist. Turbo, solid game. Missed also fantastic shot and pass from him off the pinch on the ceiling in the corner. But Charlotte, they were keeping this one close. They are in this series. They were able to turn away shot after shot after shot. And Andy, the more that you watch Andy, the more you're impressed by his ability.
I just want to see more presence in midfield, or rather, there needs to be more blue on orange action, because there's too much dink and dunk in the blue half, and nothing that actually forces EnVy to react to your play. It's not proactive defense, and Charlotte Phoenix have to find a way to get more proactive. Otherwise, they're not going to get these transitions that they have been looking for, because they never have any boost by the time they get down to the orange half.
And they're not spending much time on the attack. They are going to be relying on the counterattack, and I think really that's going to be the story of the series. Will their counterattacks be good enough, and will some of their players be able to solo play? We've seen Andy showcase his tremendous skill, but we have not seen much possession just because EnVy, such a quick team.
All right, I do love how Charlotte Phoenix's poise on defense on Manfield night kept them in the match, and that's something you can certainly build on. But there's something about EnVy just rolling across the wall. Easy challenge, easy pass, and an easy goal.
SC Beast of Bonium wanting the boost. Maybe should have challenged earlier, and Mist was able to win that heavily in the corner. I wish, if you're Beast of Bonium, you had that opportunity back. Could have made that more difficult on EnVy.
Off the kickoff, Delta, he will push it downfield. Turbo gives him a 1 to Andy, and unfortunately, for Andy, he couldn't keep it going, but he steals the ball away, and that's a tough one. Turbo couldn't grab it. Atomic will get the push back out, but Delta freezes EnVy in midfield. And again, 2 Charlotte Phoenix players waiting towards the box. That touch from Delta to keep it close to Andy. This is still a good push. Delta over, trying to find Andy, but Atomic will cut him off.
But even on that last attack, there was that ball was right out in front of net. It was in a very dangerous spot. Charlotte hanging back a little too far. And they need to show more aggression.
Oh yeah, because EnVy are really turning the screws on them. Every time they win a challenge, they just inch up a little farther into the blue half. And Andy gets a relieving clear. Andy, Beast of Bonium actually steals the boost away from Mist. So if someone could get up and challenge Atomic.
Team pitch.
Almost worked out, but a dud.
Yeah, you saw that opportunity, though. And we have seen those score in the past.
Oh, I think it was fine to go for. You would have caught the whole defense out. And the more you hit them, the more teams are going to have to respect them. That was close off the post.
And he came very close there. Hungry for another.
Ooh, Andy looks it up, but he never gets a challenge from Turbo Pulse. So here comes the shot right off the crossbar. Atomic takes out the last defender for Turbo to get the second.
Yeah, this is another team effort. Atomic up to Mist, hard off the backboard. And as if it's not hard enough. You have Turbo coming in, hitting a bouncing ball, pretty much taking a penalty shot. And Beastabonium doesn't even have a chance to save it. Huge bump from Atomic.
And he saw Atomic coming the whole way. And you know, you're the defender in that situation. You're thinking, okay, he's either going to jump or he's not. And you got to pick. And that's not the kind of 50-50 you want to be taking in Rocket League.
On top of that, though, if Atomic misses this bump and the save comes out, Mist was on the backboard. Turbo was flipping into the net. That would have been a counterattack goal. But EnVy is having none of it. Another for the fourth time.
Quite an angle from Turbo, too. Right here in the corner, lines it up, unchallenged, and that's routine for Turbo Pulsa.
Delta was surprised. He was certainly surprised. You see the line that Delta was taking, he was actually hoping to defend a pass off the low backboard. But Turbo had a different idea.
Passing from EnVy has been clean in this game. And it's clear Charlotte Phoenix just don't know how to handle it. You see them rotating farther and farther back. Even when they actually have the boost to challenge the ball, they do not want to, because the passing has been that deadly from EnVy. It feels like they're starting to turtle up a little bit in the blue half, trying to work around EnVy when that really doesn't seem possible. They're going to have to start challenging them at some point. They can't just receive every ball.
Delta having to go for corner boost, and he just didn't have the time. Delta and all of Charlotte Phoenix hungry for a boost. But you got to play defense. That's the priority. And Andy, you see him very far out of the play as well.
Yeah, he went for boost too. Both defenders went for boost.
Yeah, EnVy, they're in full control. What can you say? They're bringing it to Charlotte, stealing the mid boost, forcing them back on their own corner boosts at a time when they're still pressuring EnVy, putting a shot on net, catching Charlotte out. And another solid game from Turbo. That was a hat trick for him.
But that's the thing about EnVy, right, James? Is, you know, the Phoenix players, they know what they're supposed to be doing and supposed to not be doing on defense. They know that both defenders shouldn't be going back for boost, but they've been starved for so long, and they've been unable to hang on to the ball for any period of time on Forbidden Temple, that it's just, you know, what do? Of course you're going to turtle up a little bit more if you don't feel like you have control of the game. They haven't scored it all, and so without that confidence, you know, it shows on the pitch. And it shows EnVy all the confidence from Mist to put in another one, 5.
And Turbo, these passing plays from EnVy, they're playing with complete disregard for Charlotte Phoenix. Turbo taking that one off the hood of Atomic very high up, almost at the ceiling. Turbo might have even come off the ceiling looking at his trajectory there.
Ooh. I don't think it matters where Turbo's coming from right now with how he's playing. Oh, beautiful from Atomic. Yeah. Delta gets the clear out, but then Atomic just gets the perfect touch. Andy, you know, he's waiting on the back wall for it because he thinks, okay, at least that ball is either going to be pushed to the corner or they're going to test my side of the back wall. But Atomic gets a perfect touch off the wall to play it more laterally, and there's no chance for Andy to go and get that. Beastabonium's frozen. And there's no answer for Charlotte Phoenix.
In the pre-flip as well, you saw that Mist was coming in for the shot, so Beastabonium didn't know where the shot was coming from. And now we're in, I don't think I've ever seen a triple hat trick, but Mist and Atomic are within one
They're
of
close.
a hat trick. And this is an absolute demolition by EnVy.
Could we get 2 playmakers too? Turbo's got 2 assists, Mist has 3. Atomic, selfish player, no assists and 2 goals. That's just how the ball falls, James. Not Atomic being selfish at all.
You see Atomic belting that back pass pretty hard.
Yeah, Mist is there. Mist never misses.
I mean, and if it goes in, right?
Absolutely. I mean, what do you do if you're Charlotte Phoenix in this situation? Like, if it was you, James, you were down 7-0, about to get swept, heading into the next match on DFH. You know, how do you survive this next minute or this next 30 seconds of downtime, knowing how dominant EnVy have been?
Well, if it was matchmaking, I would forfeit. That is what I would do.
Not an option.
Okay, if forfeiting is not an option, then I think you just got to throw the kitchen sink. You got to mix it up. start. If we haven't really seen many demos at all for Charlotte Phoenix, so just start going for demos instead of playing the ball. Play the demo, and sometimes that works out really well because you have players who are able to bait you in when your eyes are on the ball. You're going for it. They get that little chip around you, and then they can take it. But if you play them instead, they can get that chip. It doesn't matter. You just blow them up. Charlotte going to have to do something. They're going to have to do something. But this is just one of those situations where EnVy is a world-class team. Charlotte, they've got the ability. They were getting wins in their group. But EnVy is so consistent. And they have, as we've seen in this series, a triple threat offense. You got Turbo putting in hat tricks, missed an atomic, swarming the ball, and the bumps and the demos as well from EnVy. This is a very physical game from them. Such a dynamic offense. The team passing plays. EnVy is playing up to their potential in this game, and it's too much for Charlotte to handle at this point.
I thought maybe after that, after the game on Manfield night, where Charlotte Phoenix kept the scoreline within 1 for the entirety of the game, I thought that would be a building point for them, and they could find a way through. But then EnVy, they just click the next EnVy gear. You know, they're the machine, James. They just, like clockwork, scoring goals, hit clean passes. And even there, Turbo will just play it back behind Delta. Maybe Charlotte Phoenix just start ball chasing. Something's gotta give. They gotta get behind this ball. They gotta create pressure. More than what they've done so far, which isn't a whole lot. So how does DFH go? Beast Obonium saves Delta and the ball.
Yeah, Delta had misread that. You see another team bump. That's actually the second time Turbo's been involved with a team bump in this first 30 seconds. Gets demoed after. But Delta truly did get bailed out. That was a clinical double tap. Mist was not going to miss that. Beast Obonium bailing him out.
Nice kick there by Andy. And sometimes Charlotte Phoenix, they do go for those ceiling passes to keep the ball a little closer. That's nice from Delta, but Andy misses it. That's a tough angle.
And that was a good chance. Delta had the perfect first touch to set up either an air dribble or a flip reset. Got the flip reset. It was a nice pass. The shot wasn't there.
Beast Obonium here on the rotation, but Miss, he got a lot of value off that challenge, stole the corner boost away. And Andy just playing the loss on the challenge. Next up, Delta. What's he got in the tank? He's got a little bit more boost, swings around Atomic, but Turbo's there. You can beat 1, but if you can't beat all 3, doesn't mean much. Atomic almost found the shot too light. Beast Obonium could save it.
And that was a quick touch from Andy. Delta has a key challenge and a demo. Andy gave away that ball to EnVy. The Charlotte defense held up in game 1, and it's holding up in game 2. Almost a play from Andy was on 0 boost. Would have been a tight angle.
Oh, that one hurts. Delta had the dish lined up. It's about as perfect of a setup as you could ask for. You had EnVy flat on the goal line. Nobody was there to challenge you, and you just can't get enough power on the ball. That's unfortunate for Charlotte Phoenix. Could have been their first lead.
And they needed to catch a break. And they've had much better possession. You see Beast Obonium harassing Mist, forcing not the ideal clear.
Nice catch out to the corner
on this attack.
Yeah. Delta just got to wait for Turbo's touch, which, again, they're just waiting in midfield. And Andy's rewarded with the ball, but it's too light of a shot. Again, they're working in this limited boost situation, so neither of these players want to use too much boost to put themselves in a position where they can't immediately recover and then get back on defense, because that is the game that they've played, is defense. There hasn't been a lot of offense. This is the most offense we've seen out of Charlotte Phoenix in the entire match. Beast Obonium might get the goal here, but Turbo kicks it back out to the corner.
And one of the changes for Charlotte has been their success in dodging bumps and demos, and almost another chance. For Charlotte, they hit that double tap off the backboard, but Charlotte, again, dodging the bumps, dodging the demos, and they're keeping this a lot closer because of it.
Delta picks up a few small pads for his efforts, tries to get Turbo off the ball. Beast Obonium off the backboard, no chance. Turbo gets the touch out. That's the thing, is you haven't seen the EnVy defense tested a whole lot, but it's been tested a bit. And here comes another one for Beast Obonium off the ceiling. And we see teams usually have to take 10, even 15 shots sometimes to break through this EnVy defense. You see why with Mist putting it right back into Atomic's car.
The that opportunity. Beastabonium didn't get the first touch he wanted. Blasted it way too high. Actually had to bail out on that play. And Charlotte has come close so many times, actually edging out EnVy in shots. But will they be able to pull it off? 1 minute left, Jorby.
We'll see if they got it, but they ended up giving the ball back to Turbo. Beastabonium getting harassed by Turbo, and Atomic gets the ball. Oh, he gets chipped out by Beastabonium. Andy couldn't find the touch against Mist, and now EnVy got a breakaway maybe? The Turbo kept it slow, and Atomic dropped down to Mist. Delta's too far back, he won't get there. Forces Andy up, and Mist keeps the ball close in front of the box.
Nice fight from Andy. Not only getting the stop on Mist, but carrying this ball downfield. He'll have full boost as well.
Oh, that's a good hit, but Beastabonium had to avoid Turbo Pulsa, and that little jump forced him to have to wait like a half second to even think about going for the ball, and then he just couldn't go for it anymore. But had he not gotten chipped, he could have been up there to challenge that ball. But Turbo got in his way, and Andy pushes it downfield. One more chance for Charlotte Phoenix. Delta taken away by Mist. Again, an EnVy car on the back wall for every Charlotte opportunity. Atomic pushing it downfield. Turbo, one last chance, and killed for overtime.
This is Charlotte's last chance to get through in the upper knockout gauntlet. We knew EnVy was going to be a challenge for him, but this game within reach.
Can Charlotte Phoenix create some magic here? Atomic, be very careful how he handles that ball. He knows he has Mist behind him, and Mist, excellent carry, forces the ball back out. Turbo almost read the read on Beastabonium, and now EnVy putting the push on a Charlotte Phoenix. Turbo off the ramp. Beastabonium gets the clear. Atomic stops the ball again, but this is just a delay for Charlotte Phoenix. Oh, Atomic jumped a little early, and Turbo will carry this ball back out to the corner.
And you saw in that attack, the ball had to just get dumped because no one had any boost to keep the attack going and had to use what little boost they had to flick the ball in a spot to buy time. Charlotte starting to experience boost problems. We'll see if EnVy can keep up that pressure.
Oh, too committed from EnVy. Might be a little slow on the rotation, but Andy actually flips it by two defenders. Delta won't get a pass out. Charlotte Phoenix, for as much time they've spent in the orange half, EnVy have swatted away every shot with ease, but here comes another one from Delta, and Turbo misses the ball. Andy didn't see it coming, and EnVy are gifted with a get-out-of-jail-free card on that one.
It's a few times this series where aggressive positioning for Charlotte and playing a rebound could have gotten them the goal.
Oh, miss. Will grab the rebound off of Atomic. Those follow-ups clean. But Charlotte Phoenix will not relent. Beastabonium side flips, and Atomic to commit. Charlotte Phoenix, another light shot turned away by Mist, and a quick turnaround for Turbo Pulse. Back under to Atomic, and just like that, another day at the office for Team EnVy.
And you pointed it out, Jorby, the double commit. Beastabonium wasn't at the midfield to challenge the pass to Turbo, and Turbo dishing it right back to Atomic. EnVy punishing that one mistake. Charlotte was solid most of this game, but that double commit in the corner, that is where Charlotte lost control and ultimately losing the game.
There was some good things to like about Charlotte Phoenix. You could feel there was no confidence after that game on Forbidden Temple where they got stomped 7-0. It was just there was nothing left in the tank after that. And I say that, but they put on the most offense that they did in DFH. But they just couldn't score. They just couldn't score. Yeah, but like that's the thing, right? It's like I didn't even feel threatened for EnVy because every touch was perfect on defense.
I don't know about that. This game, Jorby, this was so close from Charlotte. They had so many chances where they barely missed out. I think the confidence was there for them. They had some looks, but they're going to be haunted by their missed opportunities however, for EnVy, this is where consistency makes the difference. They can put in 7 goals in a game, but they can also lock down on defense and punish the single mistake that a team makes. That's what makes them so good.
Now, the machine chugs right along, but coming up next, we have the shocker of group stage, Alpine Esports versus Oxygen. Who takes that one and moves on? We'll find out after the break.